synth music, testosterone, intensity, world records, 1,000-pound deadlifts. Hafthor Julius Bjornsson versus Eddie Hall.
Both fighters come to the ring.
Oh shit, he just pushed his trainer out of the way. He said, get the f out of my way. I want to look into this man's eyes. Yo, what are you doing? Don't do that with your arms. Never move like a boxer from 1904 in your life. Never do that. Oh, he switches stances to southpaw, but he goes back to conventional. Nope, sticking in southpaw. Oh, he's switching stances. Eddie using a lot of strength, and he rocks Thor with a right hook. All right, both guys really loading up on their shots here. Not a lot of technique, I see. Eddie being very disrespectful, using like an overhand lead shot, which you don't typically see from trained boxers. You know, Bjornsson just has to slow it down, get on his jab, and take his time. Nice jab. Just stick on your jab. Bjornsson sticking on the jab. Oh, nice. Trying to sneak in the backhand off that jab. Very good, but Eddie reads it well. Being the shorter man, he's going to have to really respect the distance and also look to get inside, which isn't going to be easy. He's going to have to discourage the jab. You gotta essentially parry the jab, get over it or underneath it, work the body and start. There we go. That's a great way to discourage the jab there, coming over the top of the right hand. All right, so Eddie Hall is cut and we're only about a minute and a half into the fight, so that's not a good thing. So as we can see, let's just break it down. All Eddie's doing is lunging in with this sort of overhand big right hook, kind of modified overhand is what it looks like off the lead shot, and it's not what you want to be doing. I understand he's trying to come over the left hand of Thor, but really what you're going to want to do is you want to shoot those shots straight to the chest and really work your way inside. Try to slip off the center line, get past his jab, read the backhand, and keep moving out to your left. I'd like to see some more feints from Thor. He has really good hand positioning, trying to set up the backhand. Eddie reading it well. We might have to give the first round to Hall. Bjorn's done well, but he's been hitting more nice jabs, so that's what he should be doing. So he's going under the jab with his right jab, right to the liver area, and that's really what you're going to want to do, southpaw versus southpaw there. Thor's just getting his footing. I think he was a little taken aback by Eddie's pressure early in the fight. Nice left hand there. Ooh, nice right hook. Puts Eddie on his heels.
10 seconds in this first round.
I mean, Thor can make this fight a lot easier if he wanted to, but let's see how the fight goes on. See if he starts to really get a rhythm, as they say. All right, they're coming back out now. Second round. Whoa! Whoa! Saved by the ropes. That should be a knockdown. That's a knockdown. Eddie's a hard hitter. Powerful man. Thor wants to get it back now. He wants to get that knockdown back. He's got to get his lead foot a little bit closer. Very good point by the commentator. You don't want to be switching stances when you're in punching range. It's high risk. In most cases. Obviously, you have to be very skilled to pull it off. All right, you really got to watch out. See how he's slipping his head to the inside against the southpaw? Now that he's switched to orthodox, he's going to run his head right into that backhand. You got to be careful. I actually like the high block. I mean, it's not conventional. He's looking to loop the overhand, very deliberate. Well, it's obvious you're setting up the overhand right. You're not going to want to telegraph that. Oh, nice jab. Man, Eddie's just a good athlete. He has a lot of bravado, a lot of confidence. He's a confident person, and it's showing in the ring. Good, solid technique by Thor. I'm really impressed by his boxing. I expected just to see a strongman sort of personality, right, in the ring. His behaviors are that of a boxer. His backhand's up by his cheekbone, very clean. He has good footwork for a guy his size. Oh, he puts him down again. Let's see.
Going into the third round now, how much is fatigue?
Nah, that's a knockdown. I don't think the left hand was a deliberate push. It was a half frame. The right hand landed behind the ear. That's a knockdown in my book. He's dictating where this fight goes, and the truth of the matter is he's the one initiating the combinations, the knockdowns, and he has a lower center of gravity. He's going to be able to generate a lot of power with his punches, just being the guy closer to the ground.
Just over 10 seconds of the second round left.
Great job by Eddie Hall again. Another round by Eddie Hall. This guy is pulling it out right now. Very surprised. Where'd the fighters go? Where'd the fighters go? Third round, halfway through the fight, let's see. I mean, you know, Thor really has to get to work with his jab. He has to start feigning. He has to start to establish some form of offensive work here and put Eddie into a defensive cycle. You can't let him come forward confident throwing overhands like that. Thor has to step to the right, stay off the line of that right hand. There we go, very good. He's really mitigating that right hand now. Step. And right here, step. Feint step. Nice. So see, as you can see there, everyone's gonna go crazy over it because it's a pro Eddie Hall crowd. But if you notice, that right hand had nothing on it. It was because Thor keeps moving out to his right with these micro steps, which is taking off the leverage of Hall's right hand. Really good technique, but he does have to respect the jab. Eddie Hall does have a lot of power. No matter where he hits, he's getting a big reaction out of Thor. I'm kind of shocked at that, to be fair. I expected Thor to be the more physically dominant person in this fight, but it seems like it's more of a brawler versus boxer type scenario here. That's it. So that left hand's getting closer by the big giant Icelandic dude. You can see that left straight is just short of the mark there, and eventually his feet are gonna find the right position. He's gonna land that. Eddie Hall really has to be careful now. He's getting tired. Oh, nice stiff jab sent Eddie Hall onto his heels. Another one, right on that cut too.
And as you tire,
opens it up.
Slow, your reflexes slow down, and you're an easier target to hit.
Double jab by Big Thor. Beautiful! Sends Hall to the nether realm. Saw that left hand? Just what we were just saying. And that's what happens when Hall doesn't realize you gotta be economical in a fight. Thor being close enough and perceptive enough to see the opening between the forearm and the ear, and he scores that shite right on the chin. Beautiful left hand. Very intelligent tactics by Thor. The first 2.5 rounds, he took his time. He really established distance. He let Eddie Hall punch himself out, and now it looks like he's finding a home now for his left straight. Beautiful. About 200 jabs. Oh, left hand. He's looking to blind him so he can sneak in the backhand. Oh, another left hand.
Dip down with the right hook.
Eddie has to be careful with that right hand that low. Dangerous territory against a guy who's finding his confidence going forward. Feint there by Eddie Hall. Gets a reaction from Thor. Another left hand. Now he's pulling out, but he's pulling out in range, which is going to leave him vulnerable to the straight. They're fighting in the mirror now. Neither guy really showing many angles. Beautiful jab right on the eye.
They've been leaning over the back foot like he's doing to evade the shot. If you get it wrong, you have no defense, you have no balance, you have no strength on your feet to absorb the shot, and you are going to go.
Thor has a great abilities for a guy who never boxed, you know. But let me tell you something, if he could just throw some feints in there, he would really make his life a little easier. Start pulling out shots from Eddie Hall. That's what we want to see. We want to see Eddie countering and throwing shots, missing shots, and being forced to pay the price for that. Eddie has to go forward. He has to feint just as well, but he has to start letting those shots go to the body and work up to the head. He's starting the combination off well, getting discouraged by the jab though. So as you can see, what Thor's doing well is every time Eddie Hall throws a punch, Thor throws a punch. So he's meeting his short shot with a long shot, and it's discouraging Eddie Hall's offense. Eddie goes, hey, I can't throw a fucking combination if every time I go to throw, you jab me in my eye.
Crowd once again trying to lift Eddie Hall.
No, don't do that, Muhammad Ali. You ain't Muhammad Ali, Eddie Hall. Do not pull straight back with your hands down. Keep your hands up. Blade your shoulders. Be responsible defensively. That should always be the case. Always keep your hands up. My old boxing coach had a great line. He goes, Steve, keep your hands up. You might block punches by accident. And that stayed with me. It's a tug of war to see who can claim dominance in ring generalship. And in my opinion, Eddie's definitely lost his round, but he hasn't given up the emotional war. There's surely some technical deficiencies he has to work on, but he has to stop doing that. He's getting away with murder. It's damn tight going into this 5th round.
Definitely unique.
I don't agree with his posturing. I think it's horrible. It's obvious that he's setting up the overhand right. Like, that's clearly obvious.
Massively.
But see what it does is when you bend down that low and there's not kicks allowed, it makes it difficult for the taller fighter to find the head because he feels like he's punching down off balance and then leaves himself open to counters. So it's not the worst strategy by Hall, but it's not being brought on by some sort of technical genius. It's more of a situation where he's running out of ideas and he's getting cagey. He's being creative on the spot. I'm impressed that these two giant men that are over 300 pounds can even box for 5-6 rounds. You know, remarkable how, you know, conditioned these guys are to do this. It's not easy. It's not easy to spar 3 rounds in boxing. Never mind fight. Oh, beautiful 1-2 by Thor. Lands and finds the mark there. Pushes Eddie Hall back. But Eddie's coming forward and he's a very hard guy to discourage. You got to really clean his clock, so to speak. He's not the kind of guy who's just going to get discouraged off a few shots. I mean, he's picked himself off the canvas now. He's shown that he has a lot of heart. Beautiful. Counters the left hand straight with an overhand right.
Easier than I like to say the word. I am Welsh after all.
Right there, you got to sneak the left hand as he's coming forward.
There, that right hand there. Eddie got to start letting his hands go. I know he's fighting.
Yeah, I'm going to give Thor that round. I think that's a fair win for Thor. I think he was more effective with the jab there. So we're going into a hotly contested situation. I don't know who's ahead, but it's a competitive fight, no doubt about it. I should promote these fights, to be honest. I mean, at least commentate them, right? Let me get in on these fights. Triller, hit me up. Let's do this here. I think I need to be here. Sky Sports, I'll be the American accent cat on the side with the Brits. You know what I mean? You need to shake it up. You need some Yankee vocals on there. All right, beautiful. So they're coming out. Eddie again, taking the center of the ring, looking very confident. Obviously, they're gonna... Oh! As I'm speaking and running my mouth, Thor lands a beautiful left hand, and he's very successful when he throws his left straight behind his jab, specifically if he doubles the jab.
2 very boring minutes later.
Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, the Mountain, Hafthor Julius.
Great job by Thor. I think we all know that's who won the fight. Beautiful left hands, working behind the jab. It goes to show you that technique does win matches. You got to stay clean. Keep your hands up. You use your jab. Stay off the angle of that backhand, and you can have great success. Strangle Gang, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one.